You're listening to the ESU Visiting Writers Series.
Hi, I'm Kevin Rabus here at Emporia State, and I'm here with Dané Shobe, filmmaker, improviser, artist, and actor. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, sir.
Tell me about your Power Ranger homage or spin-off movie.
So yeah, it's a Power Ranger fan film called Black, and it features the return of the original Black Ranger, Walter Jones. The difference about this one, though, is it's actually it's a socially conscious fan film. You know, like most fan films, I think, are created by fans that just kind of want to play in that sandbox. They just want to kind of play in that world. But this one actually has a message to it. And I think that may be part of what attracted Walter to it. But it's actually a very, I mean, you'll still get like the cool stuff, the fun stuff. You'll still get the costumes. You'll still get like a monster. You'll still get the fights and all that, all the cool stuff that you know Power Rangers for. But this one actually, it's more about the message. And there's a very strong Black Lives Matter message attached to it.
And you have the original actor.
Yes, we got Walter Emmanuel Jones in the role of Zach. It was going to be, when we started filming, was a few years ago, it was going to be his first time playing Zach. And, in decades. Since then, he's had the Netflix special that came out, just this past year where he did actually come back and play Zach again. They even got him back in the costume. He wouldn't do that for me, but they got him back in the spandex for that one. So that's cool. But I'm kind of just hoping that that kind of actually, brings awareness to my fan film when it's released. And we're hoping to, wrap that up, finally in October, just this next month.
And I heard a little bit of your story earlier today when you talked in our class, but I remember you saying that you had the kind of bravery and cleverness to reach out to this actor using Instagram. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of just a leap of faith, I had no expectation that he would actually respond to it or even read it. But yeah, he had actually posted a story on his Instagram about, his son being accused of stealing at a grocery store. And, this was kind of at the height of, the riots and the protests, George Floyd and all that. I had the idea after reading that story, this is Zach talking about that. This is the Black Ranger. I had the idea that, people that are having trouble accepting the message of Black Lives Matter, I think they have a better time, understanding it and accepting it when it happens to someone they know. And they can see it, with their own eyes or even just hear it spoken about, from someone they actually know and see how it's actually affecting people that they know. And Zach is someone that a lot of people feel they know. So I felt like, if they witness Zach going through something, then maybe that'll reach a few hearts we've been having trouble reaching.
That's powerful, important work. You wear a lot of hats, filmmaker, improviser, artist, actor. Tell me about some of the things that you do and maybe how those things connect and correlate.
So yeah, like you say, I'm a visual artist. I draw, I paint, mostly digital nowadays. Lots of fan art. I pretty much draw in a Western comic book style with a bit of anime manga influence splashed into it. I write. I learned how to write out of necessity, just because, sometimes you don't get the kind of roles you want or the kind of projects you want. So, the way to get those roles is to create them for yourself. So that's why I started writing. I'm massively into theater. I've also been in an improv troupe, the Laugh Lines improvisational comedy troupe in Topeka, Kansas. I've been a member of that since 2014. And just recently, I'm a magazine publisher, which is what I do primarily nowadays. I don't work a 9-to-5 anymore. It's all about just publishing this magazine. The magazine is called Sun Hero Magazine, and it is a pop culture magazine that's geared towards African Americans. It shines a spotlight on Black creators of comic books, toys, film, animation, pretty much, anything that you can think of due to pop culture, while also highlighting the contributions of Black people throughout these various mediums. because there's a lot that people don't know about nowadays. I think it's gotten better. It's gotten better. We got Black Panther out there. We got Miles Morales out there in the Spider-Verse. But the thing about that is, Black Panther came out in the 60s, and he was still created by 2 white guys. So the biggest Black superhero that everyone knows is still created by 2 white men. And also it came out in the 60s, and it took till 2018 for him to get a movie. I think it's important that people know about this stuff. And also there's lots of Black creators out there that are creating characters that, I see them online all the time. They're all kind of shouting for attention and shouting over each other. And, they need that kind of spotlight. And I thought, well, would it be nice to have just one space where it's, where they can all get some shine and not have to shout over each other, And the thing about Sun Hero is there's no other magazine like it right now. Right now. There may be more later. There's only one. And that means it's only uplifting Black people. It's only uplifting. There's no competition. It exists solely to give shine to all these Black people.
Excellent. Excellent. I've enjoyed browsing it here.
Yeah.
You brought a stack to the university. So thank you for spreading the word and doing this important work. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me, of course.
Yeah. Well, tell me a little bit about Lucky Us. Speaking another media, meaning filmmaking, you have this YouTube series that is zany and fun and also has messages underneath. Tell me a little bit about that, how it came to be and what you like about it.
So Lucky Us came to be because, well, it's an odd couple comedy that features me and actually my real life best friend, Catherine Keys. And we had both been involved in a number of video projects we tried to get off the ground. And due to maybe 1 or 2 people not coming through on their end, it would always fall apart. So it was actually Kat's idea. And she came to me and she said, if we did something, I know that I'm not going to back out. I know you won't back out. So maybe we just do something that's just about us. And that way we know it'll actually get finished because neither one of us will back out. And I'm like, okay, great. And at first I thought she wanted to do these, short BuzzFeed videos or Vine videos, but it was actually her idea to have an actual series with a narrative and a storyline and characters and all that. So that's how that came to be. And if you see the show and you look at me and Kat, it's very clear, just looking at us, we're a very odd match. It makes no sense on paper that we're best friends. And due to that, the best way to put it really is, I think I already said, an odd couple comedy. And we would make these lists about these funny memories we had, and these funny quotes, just kind of keeping tabs. And then we would meet and get together and we kind of divvied up what episodes we would write. The whole first season is written by the 2 of us, co-written by the 2 of us. And then also directed by the 2 of us and her husband at the time also. And yeah, then we would meet again after we had scripts written and we would edit each other and workshop with each other until we had something that we were both happy with. And that's how that came to be. I am really it's been some years since it came out and we had a season 2 written. And by then we had a whole writing team for season 2. It was really ambitious. I hope you still get to see it, but the pandemic kind of, put the kibosh on that. But, getting to revisit it today with your students, it kind of reminds me man, I'm really proud of this product. I think it's good. I think it's genuinely good. And I hope I'm not being biased, but I think it's a cool thing that we put together and, I'm still very proud of it. So yeah.
Excellent. What advice do you have for young, new or continuing creatives, folks who are wanting to, make something important or something that expresses what they have held inside?
So I think I was very lucky growing up because I had parents that supported every interest I ever had. I never ever felt like there was something I couldn't do. I never felt like I had limitations. I never felt like my dreams or goals were unrealistic. I never had that. And because of that, I think that made me willing to try a lot of things and anything that I really liked and had passion toward, I would pursue until I got to a place where I felt like I was good at. So I would just say that if you have any desire or any passion, don't let anyone tell you that it's unrealistic. I think, frankly, that unrealistic is a word that was invented by people that gave up on their dreams. So don't let anyone deter you. If you feel like you want to do it, try. The worst that can happen is that it doesn't go your way. But like, it hurts nothing at all to try. So that's what I would say. Take a leap of faith.
Excellent. Any other things you want to make sure you express before we sign off today?
Like I said, my magazine, Sun Hero Magazine, you can find it at www.sunheromagazine.com. That's my bread and butter nowadays, and I'm trying to get the word out there on that. Aside from that, look for Black. We're hoping to finish filming in October. That'll be on YouTube as soon as it's done.
Excellent. Well, thank you for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. It's been a privilege.